And meal planning is it. It's the key. It's the trick. It's the thing. It's the end goal. It's what is going to get you those results. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Easy Keto Podcast. I am so excited because this episode marks our first episode of my new mini-series on meal planning. And meal planning is it. It's the key. It's the trick. It's the thing. It's the end goal. It's what is going to get you those results. For a long time, I'm telling you, it makes everything so easy. No more going through the grocery store for hours, walking back and forth. No more guessing, no more giving in and eating carb-heavy fast foods, sugary snacks, all of these things. Meal planning helps to take out the effort of thinking, of dreading mealtime, of pushing it back, of pushing it off, of spending too much money. It is not expensive supplements. It is not exogenous ketones. It is not even exercise 7 days a week. It's the recipes that will cause you to get into ketosis and see the results you crave. That's the first big secret. And that is why meal planning helps so much. There's actually a total of 3 big secrets that I'm going to be giving you throughout this mini series, and you're going to have to tune into each episode to get the whole vault of knowledge that I'm going to be throwing at you. You're going to know all of the things, and by the end of this, you're going to be so happy you were here. Now that you know the first big secret into hitting that ketosis power to see results, it's time to put that secret into action by making your very own meal plan. What does it take to make a ketosis-inducing meal plan with tasty recipes that yield incredible results? Are you ready? Let's dive right in to step number 1. Get your tools ready. No matter what you do, you need the right tools in order to see the best results. Then you have to open up your favorite text editor. So any program, Word program, text, built-in text editor on your computer, your phone, anything. Even paper and pencil. I personally prefer using a spreadsheet because it already has the columns and it's easy to get started and keep organized. The last tool that you need is a keto recipe book or some awesome recipes from online. And lucky for you, we have easyketomenus.com/recipes where you can find so many awesome keto recipes. Now, step number 2, organize your meal plan. Now that we have our tools and some time set aside, we're going to go ahead and get started with making our very first meal plan. All you have to do is divide up your document or your piece of paper into 5 columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The first column, you're going to label breakfast. The second column, you're going to label snack. The third, lunch. The fourth, dinner. And the fifth, dessert. Make sure you leave a space at the top of your document or paper for some necessary info that I'm going to touch on a bit later, but you don't need a lot of space. And there you have it. You made your very first meal plan, and you're ready to move on to the next step, which is also the last step of the day for this episode. Step number 3, finding your recipes. Now, for the food, all you have to do is search your recipe books or go online to look up recipes to put into your newly made meal plan. Now, I really suggest that you find at least 3 recipes for each category. So 3 for breakfast, 3 for dinner, 3 for lunch, so on and so forth. The reasoning behind this is because we want to make sure that all our macro needs are met. Our macros are just think of them as numbers, like goals that we want to hit. We're going to go over that in another episode. But for now, just get about 3 recipes for each category. Some recipes you might not know if you'll like. Some recipes will look really good. We want to make sure that you're able to adjust recipes as you need for each category. So go ahead and look for those recipes and kind of play around with the placement of them. And as always, if you do need a website to look at, easyketomenus.com/recipes is an awesome place to start at. If you do use a website, make sure to keep the URL handy, so bookmark it. That way, when we create our meal plan, we can refer back to that exact recipe at that exact URL. If you're getting it from a book, just put a tabby in there. Here is a Easy Keto Menus tip. When creating a meal plan, I really want you to use ingredients that you either have on hand or are easy for you to source at your local grocery store. I know that there are so many recipes and they sound so good and so exotic and they're so high class, and those are great, but you have to keep your skill in mind and your time in mind and your budget in mind as well. So using ingredients that you have on hand really helps to be able to keep you on track and puts together a meal plan that is feasible for you, that you can bring into reality, and not one that just looks good on paper, because the action is where we'll see the results. Ask yourself these 2 questions when choosing a recipe if you're unsure. 1, am I going to be able to buy that at my local grocery store? And 2, how long will this really take me to cook? Am I at that level of cooking in the kitchen? I know it took me a while to build up certain skills to make things in the kitchen, and don't worry if you're not there yet. You will be. So choose the recipes that are in your skill level and your budget level. Now, that was it. That was your 3 steps for the day. We already went over them. I hope you were taking notes. If not, I highly suggest you go back and listen one more time to this episode. And one more thing. Every day, I am going to be giving you an easy keto task. At the end of each day, I just want to make sure that you know what your focus should be, so you can put that focus into action and be ready for the next episode, the next time we meet. So today's easy keto task, I want you to find the right recipes for your meal plan. So go back to step 3 if you want to know how to do that again and exactly what that requires to complete your task. Make sure you watch out for the next episode to find out how you can shave hours off of creating your own meal plan. Until then, have a great day. I'm Shyla Ann with Easy Keto Menus.